Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Gray. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Pokemon Emerald Little POKEATH'LOCKE Season 3. Today we're picking up pretty much exactly where we left off last time. I ran back and healed. I did a little bit of grinding with members like Bluebell, who's now on the team, wasn't last episode. But I decided to shuffle Ralts off for a little bit. Tam's gonna spend some time in the box, and I figured why not. We're not going into the desert, so we could bring Bluebell with us. Especially Bluebell's got where is it? Thunder Wave. So we'll be able to help with some catching or whatever we might be doing today. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And I think this guy looks like he's got flying type Pokemon, so we're gonna go ahead and take him on, and then we'll continue on. Oh no, he's a fire Kindler. Huh? Well, that's not what I expected. All right, well, this is exactly the worst matchup for Bluebell. There we go. I'll get Kihar back out here. I did a little bit of grinding with some of the other teammates. I'm trying to think. So Fluffy and Gobi are catches from last episode. I did a little bit of grinding with them. They're both up in the 20s now, give or take, which is about the level that everybody else in the box is at, so that seemed to work out pretty well. I gotta tell you guys, though, it was a little bit dangerous. I freaking loved using Torkoal. So that's dangerous, because one of our transfers is our fire type, and probably don't want a box Bonnie, but at the same time, and now hear me out, at the same time, Bonnie and Churchill are both already in the transfer pool, so if we wanted to have more team members, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen. I'm not even saying I'm really thinking that, because Bonnie, it brings a lot to the table besides just being a fire type. She's an extremely reliable member of the team. She offers the dark typing. There's a lot of things going on there, but what I am saying is it was fun using Torkoal, and I had a momentary thought. Actually, Bonnie needs to come out because we've got a Shroomish here. I had a momentary thought that I was like, you know, we could maybe do this, but yeah, I'm sure Torkoal will be making an appearance on the team at some point. I think, like I even said last episode, we could probably certainly use the extra bulk going up against Norman and stuff like that. I still don't know what we're gonna do there. I'm so scared. Just even think, I'm trying just to not even think about it, because honestly, I was just like, I don't even know if I have something that can withstand a hit from a slacking. We're just gonna have to really grind up for that one, and hope that we can get through it okay. I guess we just bite. Oh, baby. I guess I should have been worried about poison point there. I shouldn't have made physical contact, but we did okay. We're fine. Everything's fine here. How are you? All right, let's switch. Yeah. Bonnie's the only one on the team who's not level 26 now, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, Route 111. I did catch a Pokemon on Route 111. I was in my going back and forth. I ran back and healed, and then I did some grinding down there by Mawvile again, and then on my way back up, or my way back down, I don't know. At some point, crossing through the southern part of Route 111, there's those rocks you have to rock smash to get through, and at some point or another when I was heading through there, I encountered a Geodude. So I did catch a Geodude. I think it was like a level 13 female Geodude who I named Pebbles. So Pebbles is hanging out in the box, but yeah, so that was our encounter. About to switch in at Whalmer. Yep, we'll switch for that. Bring Bluebell back in. So that was my encounter for Route 111, just FYI, so everybody is aware. It's not like it was an exciting thing that anybody missed. It's just a Geodude, so yeah. Oh yeah, Whalmer goes down. We're a little over-leveled for some of these trainers, which is weird because we're not that over-leveled for... I mean, I guess it's not that weird, but, ooh, we can bring in Kihar. Ooh, not summary, shift. Yeah, we put Tam away for a little bit. Not just a little bit. I know I kind of was talking about Tam last time and how his stats as a Ralts is absolute garbage, but I haven't, like, had issues with him as a team. Like, he's been pulling his weight just fine. Obviously, it's not spectacular, but he only knows confusion stuff. I'm sure once he gets some better moves, he'll be useful. So he's not, like, permanently off the team or anything, but, you know, I don't know. He's just taking a break. I figured, why not? There's so much to be learned from trainer style. I request a rematch. Who's you? Oh, yeah. If you want to call me for a rematch, man, you do it up. I'm all on board for the rematch train. All right, let's switch Yuka back up. Think about making my they can give me secret power? Or is it? Yeah, secret power? Yes, all right. Probably not going to really bother with making a secret base just because I don't think, unlike in like Pokemon Insurgents, the game we're playing, they've got secret bases there. And they're like super useful because you can actually do things with that information. But you could actually do things in your secret base. You can, you know, put level trainers and all kinds of stuff in there. But here, it's just kind of a little novelty thing. Oh, dear, aren't your Pokemon... Oh, hey, I forgot this lady will just heal us up. Okay, well, good to know. Oh, no. Gosh darn it. It really shouldn't put you back into a loop immediately. Like, there's no reason for you to immediately need to be re-healed. She heals your Pokemon. You're all set. Okay, so we should be able to get up this hill. Mach Bike. Use. Okay, anything of interest up here? Got a trainer guy. Yuka can probably handle this. Is this a place that I'm supposed to be? Not sure. What's he got? Machop. Alright, a little higher level than some of the ones we were just seeing. Let's, Bullet Seed! Yuka with the 2 timing, son of a... It's Mega Drain. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Ouch! You jerk! Stinking Machop? We're just having a friendly battle here with the crits. My Lanta. Alright. Yes, you do give up, Mr. Karate Kicking Guy. Ah. Alright, so that takes us down to the desert. Okay, well, good to know. She does not appear to want to attack me. Oh, gives me a raspberry. Ha-ha! Alright, I think these are... Oh, no, these are raspberries as well. I thought they looked like Chestos. These are Ranberries next to them, so we'll grab those. Our Pokemon are all... Well, Ranberries aren't really that useful, if I'm being honest. And not anymore, at least. Maybe a citrus berry or something would be good. Although, honestly, I don't know if citrus berries even exist in this generation. But Ranberries, I think it's like 10 HP or whatever that they give, so really not useful. Ooh, is Yuka still hurt? Probably. Cool Trainer Brook. I know what word that is. Alright, yeah, let's get Yuka out of here. Not going to be able to do much against the flying type. Bring Bluebell back in. Supersonic. Alright, Spark. You got this, Bluebell. Yes! Attaboy, Bluebell! Actually, I was doing grinding. I was doing some grinding, and I managed to encounter a Plusle down on route, whatever that route is, underneath Mauville. Let's do some grinding down there, and Plusle's like a 2% encounter rate, and I was like, oh hey, there we go. Well, Tortimer's Pokemon is... did you? I want to ask. I don't think these were widely advertised or anything like that. But and I think they've been proven false already anyway. But I saw a video pop up last week about some starters that had potentially gotten revealed, and it turns out it was some guy who lives in Italy or whatever, and just draws Fakemon for a living or something, I guess. But not to send him Rosalia. Yeah, we'll switch. Where's Bonnie? But yeah, it just kind of got me, like, we're not even necessarily even close to this, but kind of got me in the mood for some Pokemon speculation and stuff like that. And so I was kind of wondering, actually, so I was doing a little bit of Googling, and I found this thread on Reddit, which linked out to an article, okay, Super Potion, good. I'm glad I went for the Ember again. Which linked out to an article that apparently was citing, so this is quite a rabbit hole we're going down here, but it linked out to an article from the Pokemon dev team saying, we really hope people aren't getting themselves too overhyped for this game. We hope they keep their expectations in check. Which is, so I know a lot of us are like, man, I would really love a Breath of the Wild open world style Pokemon game. And with that quote coming from them, I'm not sure if that's what we can reasonably expect to get. And so this one thread that I'd found on Reddit that linked out to this article was saying, okay, so if we're trying to keep our expectations in check, okay, Route 113. Let's go ahead and put Bluebell up front because Bluebell's got Thunder Wave. We probably will be able to catch Spindas here. Yep, that's what I was kind of expecting. Obviously not my favorite Pokemon, but it's another single stage, and I almost feel bad that now we've got Minun, we've got Torkoal, and we've got Spinda. Like, obviously they fall within the rules of the Little Lock, but it almost I almost feel, I don't, you guys have to let me know if you feel this way too. But does using single stage Pokemon, I mean, obviously we have one single stage Pokemon on our team right now, but does using, like, if we used all 3 of them that we've got right now, would that go against the intention of the Little Lock? Like, is that cheating to you guys? I don't know. Yeah, I'd be very interested. I mean, when I made the rules, the whole point was, like, you know, eventually you're gonna run out of, you know, pre-evolved or unevolved Pokemon to catch. Like, eventually that's just gonna stop showing up, so you can catch these other ones to kind of help you continue to fill things in. But I don't know. I just kind of worry, especially now that we potentially are gonna be able to catch a Spinda here. Okay, so this thing's only level 15. Do I have anything? Trying to think. I've got Smog on Bonnie, which poison is physical. Let's look at Bonnie's stats real quick. Attack is 46. Smog is... Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to, we're going to shift, we're going to bring Bonnie in, we're going to try a Smog. If the thing doesn't survive a single Smog, then maybe we don't want it anyway. Let's say that. Please survive it, because I do kind of want you. Oh, okay, that did nothing. I'm like freaking out over here. But Spinda is another single stage Pokemon, which means it will have naturally higher stats. Ooh, okay, critical hit. Perfect, I think that puts me right where I want him to be. That doesn't hurt it, does it? No. Alright. Just throw a Pokeball. That should be fine. It's still only level 15. Boom, baby. So it gives it naturally higher stats. So obviously, like, Bandit's pickup ability was really nice, although we're not even really... Bandit hasn't been on the team in a couple of episodes, just because I kind of need more useful team members, and we've got a bunch of useful people in the box, and I don't want to, like... Pickup's nice, but it's not really necessary for me at the moment. It is distinguished by a pattern response that is always different. Its unsteady, tottering walk has the effect of fouling its foe's aims. I'm really curious, did they just have, like, 100 different Spinda sprites in this generation, or were they somehow procedurally generating Spindas? I feel like they procedurally generate Spindas in the new generations, but I honestly don't remember. Give a nickname to captured Spinda. Yes. Alright, I had to Google this. I Googled famous pandas, because it's Spinda's, Dizzy Panda Pokemon or whatever. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna name this after, this is a panda who was born at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C., and was the first panda baby or whatever, to survive, you know, infancy, basically. So it was the first successful panda bred in captivity there at the Washington D.C. National Zoo, I think. So Taishan is what we're gonna name Spinda. Transferred to box 1 there. But okay, so we're done. Hello, it's Rose. I don't care about any of this. Now that we've dealt with that, let's see. Who do I want? Okay, all right, up front. So we've talked about Spinda now. If you guys have any thoughts on if you think that using single stage Pokemon, or at least lots of single stage Pokemon, would potentially violate the heart of the Little Lock, I'd love to hear from you guys on that. But the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today was I started talking about the Switch thing. So this thread basically on Reddit that I found basically just said, you know, if we're tempering our expectations, what is kind of like your bare minimum thing that you would desire from the newest Pokemon game? Like, if you could only have, like, one thing, or one minor tweak to the franchise, or, like, if we're tempering our expectations, and it's going to basically just be a Pokemon game, but just on the Switch, and they're not planning to do a whole lot crazy and revolutionary with it, what would be those one little things that you guys would really like to see? Because honestly, I think we've talked about in the Discord and stuff, like, yeah, I think we're all would be super hyped for some sort of, like, Breath of the Wild style, open world. Oh my gosh, is this going to be a triple battle? Yeah, item in the bag. I get it. Stop that. Alright. We got the dynamic duo here. Let's put Churchill and Bonnie up front. Let's heal Bonnie, just so she doesn't get in any trouble that she doesn't need to be. Alright, we got that guy, we've got that guy. Okay. Triple battles didn't exist, but they set one up here anyway. Ninja Boy Lung and Pokemaniac Wyatt sent out Aaron. Okay. Alright, so you're gonna go there, and you're gonna go here. So I don't know, you know, I think we've all kind of been, like, really hyped for this new Pokemon game. And this was I hadn't seen that quote previously where they said, we really hope people are kind of tempering their expectations. And so that was kind of a little disheartening to me. But at the same time, it probably makes more sense. I think it was even saying, we were talking about this a little bit during my stream last week. I think we were talking about the new game. And I was like, honestly, that would be amazing. I don't know if I trust Game Freak to give us that. And so I was already kind of like in my expectations, kind of going along this line. Like I honestly don't trust them to kind of do this amazing, awesome game that we've always wanted, sort of thing. They've got this great new processing power and stuff, and maybe someday that will happen, but I don't expect that Gen 8 is going to be that. And so, now why you do? Why did Rock Throw? Alright, Aaron, I need you to die. Bonnie, I need you to live. Okay, 3 times. That works. There we go. Good work, Churchill. He must have missed his Rock Throw in the last turn. But yeah, so keeping in mind that obviously a, you know, open world Breath of the Wild MMO Pokemon game where you can go anywhere at any time and totally sand, that's probably not going to happen. So, what would we like to see instead? What little changes could they make that would make us satisfied with the direction that they're taking the Pokemon franchise? Or that, like, I mean, because I think we've all kind of expressed some dissatisfaction with the last couple of generations, especially because, you know, we're getting older and the franchise is kind of getting younger in terms of its target audience. I feel like Pokemon or Gen 7 was very targeted to young kids. It was so handholdy, and so every 2 seconds you're getting pulled into dialogue or being shown what to do or being given items for no reason. Like it was so targeted to young kids. Churchill. Let's bring in Yuka. And so, you know, for those of us, I mean, I'm almost, you know, almost 130 here. Like, oh, Yuka took that, awesome. So, I mean, yeah, obviously the franchise is not targeted at me. I get that, but, you know, it's always been kind of the same franchise, and I love playing the older games, and supposedly those were targeted at kids too. So, I mean, can't we find a middle ground sort of thing? And so I would love for Pokemon to go back to its roots and just kind of be like straightforward. Like I'm not a person who comes to Pokemon for story and stuff. Like if story wants to be there, great. But if it gets to the point where it's gotten, oh come on, you gotta hit more than 2 of those. That is super frustrating. If it gets to the point where like it got in Gen 7. Where it was just like literally every 2 seconds you're getting pulled into a cutscene or a dialogue or something, and you just like it's almost hard to play the game because you're just constantly being dragged into that stuff. And especially in a game that doesn't have voice acting and stuff like that, like it doesn't bother me in like these earlier generations because there's really no issue with that. Like that's just you know, it doesn't bog down the game. It's like, all right, yeah, there's some dialogue or whatever, but none of it's like critical, and I don't know. So I would love for it to kind of go back to its root, be more of a, just kind of be a game that everybody can enjoy, and it doesn't need to be targeted to 5-year-olds, or it doesn't, even if it is, it doesn't need to assume that 5-year-olds are stupid. Like, I don't know, because I feel like they're really assuming that their target audience is really dumb. You know, other things I'd love to see come back to the Pokemon franchise. I'd love to have the Pokemon following behind you thing. Maybe with more processing power they can make that happen. From what I've heard, I think that's one of the main reasons why it hasn't come back, is just, you know, lack of processing power in the later generations, that they just couldn't do everything they wanted to do with the overworld and have Pokemon falling behind you. I'm not sure if that's the only reason, but, you know, there've been people who have ripped models out of the games and stuff like that for use on like Showdown and all that kind of stuff. They found like they've got every model with running animations and things like that built in, so maybe that's something that they eventually plan to do, or they plan to do, and then they just weren't able to get that going. Did she say she had a Numel? That's not great for, yeah, it's not great for Yuka. So maybe that's something they were planning to do, but they just realized, you know, like on my 3DS, you guys saw when we were playing through Pokemon, we're playing our blind run through Sun, that basically my 3DS, which is on admittedly an older model 3DS, like the first edition of the 3DS, I think, but it was struggling to keep up with the you know, everything. It would lag between battles, and if there was more than, you know, 2 or 3 Pokemon on the battlefield, it would lag. I mean, and this is like a, I'd never seen that in a handheld game before, and so that was very strange. So obviously they were butting up against the limitations of the equipment, but yeah, I don't know. So I'd love to see Pokemon following behind you, but you know, at the bare minimum. I don't know if it has anything to do with the new generations, but I think we've talked about how I freaking love Alolan forms. If some variation on regional variants could continue being part of the game, I'd be totally on board for that. So yeah, that'd probably be one of my main wishes, is just having access to something like that again, because I just thought that was such a cool mechanic. But unfortunately, that feels very much like the kind of thing that Great Game Freak is like, yeah, that was kind of interesting. Okay, we're never going to see that again. It's very much in line with the kind of feature that they would be a kind of a one and done for them. So I don't anticipate seeing that again, but I'm disappointed by that, because I thought that was awesome. So yeah, I guess if my bare minimum wishes would be, if it's going to be a Pokemon game, at least you got to give us the Pokemon falling behind you thing again. And I'd love to see, you know, more Pokemon just in general. You know, if we could get more than, you know, 50 or 60 Pokemon or whatever they've been added in the last couple generations, because it hasn't been very much in the last couple generations. I'd really love to see that. You know, a region more like Hoenn here, where, yeah, there are the occasional, like we see the occasional Sandshrew and Geodude and things like that, but largely it's, you know, we haven't seen much of Bertha today. Largely it's, you know, this whole new thing. And you know, there's not Pokemon that are filling the niche of other Pokemon. Like, I don't want, we've talked about Gen 5 too many times, but I feel like in Gen 5, they made new Pokemon just to make new Pokemon, and they were, like, basically copies of existing Pokemon, but they, ooh, hello, Psybeam. Did not expect that. That scared me there for a second. So I don't know. If they could better balance having a bunch of new Pokemon while also having some older Pokemon that kind of make the world feel, you know, like we've been here before and all that kind of stuff. Spin up, flinched, arm thrust. Did that last spin have like inner focus or something? How did it even get a chance to get a Psybeam off on me? Maybe it was just faster. Oh, come on. Come on. Why am I still on this bike? How did I get on this bike? What are we doing here? Okay, let's, in fact, let's get off the stupid bike. There we go. Don't need to listen to you. Oh my gosh, all the Pokemon. There we go. But yeah, so that's probably my top. You know, if I could sit down, I'm sure there's a couple of other things I'd like to do that I feel like would be real easy, bottom of the barrel kind of stuff for them to do. Oh, Skarmory! I totally forgot we could get Skarmory on this route. Oh, I don't know if Skarmory's any good in this generation, but that would have been really cool. Oh man. Oh, I've never really used a Skarmory, and when I have, I've seen them largely be used as a... Ooh, wow. I've seen them largely be used mainly for setup and stuff. So I really don't even know what I would expect from like a Skarmory who's expected to, you know, battle. Oh, that would have been really interesting. I totally forgot the Skarmories are on this route. Darn. I mean, not that it would have mattered. Spinda was our first encounter, but darn. That would have been really cool. Oh man, we're not even halfway through this route, are we? Good lord, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, Bonnie, I need you healed, and I need you back on the front lines, Chica. There we go. Alright. These guys are going to give me a bag of sand or something. So as I walk around, I can make magical flutes, which I think the flutes, some of them can actually be pretty useful. So, yeah. I mean, I might do that at some point. Oh, coughing. Just driving the stake in. Ooh, buddy. Please do not poison Bonnie. Awesome. But yeah, so, in addition to letting me know how you feel about me using single-stage Pokemon in the Little Lock, what are you guys feeling like, when it comes to Gen 8? Obviously, we know next to nothing. We know next to nothing about Gen 8. Well, except for the fact that it may or may not come out this year or next year. We know literally nothing about it, I think. Unless I've missed some leaks or something like that. So I would be very curious to hear what your kind of wish list. Keeping expectations in check. Or, better yet, let me know what your realistic wish list is. Like, okay, realistically, I know I can't expect too much, so here's what I, really hope they do in Gen 8. But I would also be super curious to hear about what your guys' thoughts are on, like, what your ultimate wish list would be. If you had, like, an ultimate wish list on, if you were, like, in charge and could, drive the direction of the Pokemon franchise, what would you like to see coming out of Pokemon going forward? I would be really curious to hear that, too, I guess. So yeah, both, either or, whatever you guys would like to tell me, I'm game to hear it. All right, Volcano's Eruption is proof. I really kind of like this route, and it's unique, like soot covered, all this stuff. I mean, obviously, it's not that exciting of a route in terms of encounters and stuff like that. It's pretty much Spindas and occasionally the Skarmory or something, I guess. But yeah, just the uniqueness of the terrain is interesting. All right, we made it to Falabert Town. Perfect. Churchill. Actually, I don't want. Churchill's already level 27. Let's put Bertha up. Let's get a double battle to wrap up the episode with. But yeah, so let me know all that in the comments down below. It's one of those things I'd really love to kind of get your guys' thoughts, see if we're kind of in line with the things we'd like to see. But also, your realistic wishes. What is your just like ultimate kind of dream experience for Pokemon look like? That would be awesome to find out. So yeah, all that comment down below. And also, do single stage Pokemon kind of go against the spirit of the Little Lock? Let me know what you guys think. Maybe, I mean, like, obviously, or should I, should there be a limit on it? Do you guys think, nah, it's fine, whatever you want to do, it's not that big a deal, sort of thing? I'd be curious. Ooh, okay, I did not expect Bluebell to one-shot that thing. Alright. That works. Swellow. Okay. I'm feeling like we probably need to get Bertha out of here. Let's bring Kahar in. I'm trying to think what won't be too upset about getting hit by Lombre, but will. Oh, okay, well, one-shotting the Swallow anyway. Yeah, okay, never mind. Well, I guess Kahar needs some experience anyway, so there we go. Kahar comes in, gets a little bit of that going. No. Oh, okay. Lombre sucks. That was very scary. Sorry if that was very loud. Earthquake. Not what I want to see from you, Lombre. Buddy, oh pal. You could just die instead. That'd be very exciting. Alright, Bluebell comes back with the crit. Bluebell was not a fan of that either. Do not want to see Earthquake come up when I have my Electric type out. Honestly, I don't want to see Earthquake come out when I have any of my Pokemon out. That is just not something I want to see. Oh man, I just about had a heart attack there. All right, we made it to Falabert Town, guys. Oh man, that was a lot. That was a lot of stuff. Okay, but I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. Next episode, a lot of just traveling in the last couple of episodes. Hopefully it's not too boring. But next episode for sure, we'll be taking on Flannery. What is this? Is this Battle Tent Falabert Site? May the greatest teams gather. Okay, that's interesting. Where was I at? Was it Verdant Turf? I think it might have been Verdant Turf. They had another battle tent there, but I wasn't paying that close of attention, but I think they wanted me to use my own Pokemon at that one. So we'll have to maybe explore this a little bit next time too. Maybe we'll do Flannery. I think there's probably some quest stuff. Isn't there like Meteor Falls or something that kind of ties into the same area? So there'll probably definitely be some exciting stuff next episode. Let's take a quick look. Oh, we gotta talk to what is her name? Janine? Yeah, Jeanette or Lynette. I wasn't paying close attention. I guess the PC will tell me here in a second. Oh no, it still says someone's PC. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, so we got Pebble. which we'll take a quick look at Pebble. Hardy nature, which I think is neutral, or maybe it boosts defenses or something. I don't know, but there we go. Geodude's there, probably won't use it. And then we've got Taishan, who, modest nature, which is, again, lowers attack and raises special attack, isn't it? Isn't that what modest is? That sucks. Tackle, upward, faint attack. So, actually, I want to look at the actual, yeah. And then we, let's see, Tam is here, and then I also ground up Gobi and Fluffy to, you know, just levels in line with what the other Pokemon in the box were, just so if I needed to use them in a pinch, they wouldn't be super low leveled. And I really enjoyed using Fluffy, so yeah, she might be making an appearance at some point. Gobi might be too. We're going into a fire gym here next episode. We might have a couple of other Pokemon on the team just for kicks and giggles. Yeah, alright guys, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Let me know what you're thinking about Gen 8 and single stage Pokemon, all that jazz, and I will see you guys all back here next episode. Alrighty guys, have a good one.